Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Miranda and I am Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan, and I am here with day 5 of the Seasons of Planning collaboration. This collaboration is being hosted by Tamara, the Paper and Pen Girl. So if you did not start at the beginning, I would invite you to pop over to her channel. The link is below this video for details on the collaboration and details about an exciting giveaway that's hosted at the end. This collaboration will include 26 awesome planner girls that you definitely want to meet. And I would like to also extend a special welcome to my planner sis that went before me, E. Michelle, to her subscribers. So welcome to the channel. And let's jump in. This is so exciting. So the first question is, why did you start planning? So I would say that my reason to start planning, let me give you a little history. So I am not new to planning, okay? I'm going to probably date myself when I start talking about this, but it's okay. We're all friends here. So I started planning this time back in 2016, the end of 2016. But prior to that, number one, I've always loved stickers and notebooks from the very beginning. Back in the day when they had book orders, this is not a book order, this was on my desk, so I just kind of like grabbed it, okay? But back in the day where they had book orders, you would have to order a certain amount of books to get free stickers, or there would be opportunities to order stickers. I always had my book order in, and I always ordered stickers. So I've always loved stickers. And the love for notebooks just was there. You know, they gave you a little planner, a little student planner in junior high. So that's the first time I kind of played with planners. And then I started thinking, like, back in the 2008 region, I had a Franklin Covey for work. So I didn't plan like outside of work, but I did have a work planner. And I always had some type of a cute notebook to take detailed notes when I went physically into meetings and things like that. So I've kind of already been there. Now, fast forward to 2016, the end of 2016, when I officially began deco planning, putting my love of stickers and notebooks all together and planning out my life, happened, I would say, in October of 2016. I'm just perusing YouTube and I came across this lady I was couponing at the time, and she introduced me to this thing called a Happy Planner. She had stickers, she had bling, she had nice pins, and whatever book with those disc things that she was using, I didn't know about it, and I had to find out all about it. During the same time, my team was going to a very unique dynamic, and that dynamic was being salaried employees now going to hourly employees. And that's quite an adjustment, especially when you're salaried. You know, you can be a few minutes late, you can stay over to make up that time. You know, they were rotten. They took extra breaks, lollygagging, walking the floor instead of recruiting, which is what I do. So it was really going to be an adjustment for them. So at the time, do you guys remember those planners that were in the Target dollar spot? They were like $3 a little notebook, just a mini notebook in the insert. So for those who could purchase, they purchased theirs. Those who couldn't, I purchased it for them with the stickers and everything. And so what turned out happening is people that were not good managers of time turned into this very highly functioning, well-oiled machine. So where before they were working late nights and sometimes weekends to get their job done, they were all getting it done in 40 hours because in addition to going from salary to hourly, they were now not approved for any overtime. So the work still had to be done. So as a result of that, I started noticing between 3:30 and 3:45 every day, everyone was done with their work because they had become great managers of their time. And you know what? Those last hour and so of work, they were able to set themselves up for success for the next day. In the effort to help my team members, I learned everything about productivity and planning in order to initially help my team members. And then long before and in a short period, I got my whole entire life. So I was planning my budget, I had a work planner, and I had a catch-all life planner. So that is the history of how Miss Master Plan got into planning. Question number 2. Why did you join the planner community? First and foremost, I had no idea that there was an entire community of people that liked pen, notebook, stickers. Okay. And when I found that out, I went all in, because I don't know if you guys have experienced things the same way that I did, but it was like, I love my friends. So if any of my friends are watching this, I love you guys. Okay. I want to say that, but I found that I started to not have things in common with them because I wanted to plan all the time. They're calling me on a Sunday afternoon to go have a glass of wine or maybe listen to some jazz or something. Girl, I can't play with you. I am planning my life. Okay. I don't have time. But when I got into the planner community, I started bonding with people that I had never met in person. I have made some great friendships. Some of these people I have met. And I think that in terms of being in the planning community, one of the pluses that I get is that I feel inspired, and it just gets my creative juices just flowing, and it makes me more creative to be around like-minded people. So that's why I joined the planning community. Question number 3. What season of life did you recently come out of? So I would say that my season of life that I came out of was, I don't want to call it an empty nester. I'm going to say there's this trend, and it's a thing, where millennials will leave home, they'll go to college, they come back home and they live home. So my younger daughter in 2015 made the determination, after traveling abroad for a year, that university was not for her. So she moved back home. And as a stipulation of moving home, of course, I made her go back to community college and get a trade. You can't just not have any type of education because you decide university is not for you. And then she had a job. So I went from a dynamic of having children in college, 2 children in college, and 1 graduated, and I had 1 in college, having that child move back home. And so I didn't really get the empty nester feel, because she graduated high school in 2012. And, she went to school close, so she was back and forth, but really she moved back in the home in 2015. So 2015 to 2018, until she got married, is where she stayed. So that is the season of life that I'm kind of coming out of. The next question is, what season of life are you now in? So I am in this quasi season of life phase. I call it empty nester / part-time mom of an elementary school kid. So I have a bonus son. He's 10 years old, and we have him roughly about 3 to 4 months per year. We get him on his spring break. He comes on his winter break, and then we have him for the entire summer. So I am an empty nester majority of the time, but I have some full-time motherhood responsibilities sprinkled in there. And it says, what season of life do you think you're about to go into? Well, I think that my season of life will, for the next, I would say at least 5 years, will be this quasi empty nester / full-time bonus mom to right now he's in elementary school, but then that'll go to empty nester / middle school mom, empty nester / high school mom. So I'm going to be in that kind of a whirlwind for the next probably 8 years, because he's 10 and he has a late birthday. So he will graduate when he's 18. So that is the season of life that I'm about to go into. Then the next question is, did your planning needs change or remain the same during these seasons? I will have to say that when my grown-up child moved back home, my planning style, I started planning again when she was already at home. So during that time, I would say from that time, 2016 to 2018, when she left, my planning needs had to constantly change, because things just change when you have extra people in the home. So not only am I having to keep up with what's going on with her, what she's doing, because she's grown, but really not grown because she's the baby. I love my baby, but she's a baby. So planning with her stuff, knowing when she has a doctor's appointment, knowing when she's, having activities, going out of town, things that she has planned, and my life and my husband's life, planning that as well. I would say that one of the things that definitely has changed since she's left in 2018 is from a budget planning perspective, that looks different because we don't have as many utilities. We're not buying as much food because she's not here. And then when my bonus son is here, I'm like full-time mommy mode. Like I'm planning play dates. I'm looking for summer camps. I'm making sure that the TV's going off at night. I'm making sure he's reading books. So all of this is it's very different. So with the season of life that I'm in right now, it definitely like flip-flops. Like he's going to be here in about 2 weeks. So everything will change in our world because it's centered around him when he comes. So, I will be more detailed and I will make sure that, I can't have a night off from cooking and telling everyone to fend for themselves because he's 10 and he can't fend for himself, things like that. So, definitely, my needs changed based on what season I was in. The final question is, do you have any words of wisdom for your fellow planner babes? My words of wisdom would be to allow yourself grace. Don't be so rigid with your plans that you're like, oh my God, I'm a failure because I didn't get something done. It's okay. Go with the flow. Be adaptable and flexible to the things that come at you. No matter what season you're in, you can apply this tip. Adaptability and flexibility will be your best friend. Those rescheduled or canceled stickers, embrace those because guess what? Things change. You may have to cancel or move some things around because something in your circumstances have changed. Allow yourself grace. Be adaptable and flexible. Well, that completes my portion of these 7 questions for the Seasons of Planning collaboration. Now, what you want to do is you want to head over tomorrow at 12 Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow you get to hear from Planner Babe, Planet Rocks. Her channel is tagged below, so just make sure you click that. All the videos will be uploaded at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So give it a little time. And hey guys, make sure as you're going through the various Planner Babes that you go ahead and subscribe to their channels. They would all, including myself, love to have you as a subscriber. I hope that you learned a lot and I hope that my tip will be able to help you and you learned a little bit more about me. Well, I hope to see you soon in one of my upcoming videos or in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, Bella.